Welcome into the Mustang Roundup. The men's basketball team needed every second available to pull out a win last night against Loyola Marymount. We've got their head coach. We should mention that Coast Union, who's rolling this season, beat Rolling Hills Prep 58-20 in 8-man football. Very entertaining. Of course, Atascadero won the Pac-7 League last year. The Greyhounds had a chance to move into the top spot this season with a home win against this loaded-up Rigetti team.
And I can't think of a better way to spike the ratings than for Goliath to whoop the Heartbreak Kid right.
It's going to be like that story, David versus Goliath. Goliath crushed the little David. That's how it went, wasn't it?
2 to shoot. Joyner gives it to Nunnally. Nunnally gets a good look. Floater goes! UCSB has done it!
A quick header! Lit up by Molino!
It was Blue-Green Rivalry Day with the women playing in Santa Barbara and the men in San Luis Obispo. The Gauchos have owned the men's matchup of late, winning 11 of the last 12 games, including at the buzzer the past 2 at Cal Poly. A sellout crowd was on hand. The Mustangs were without leading scorer and rebounder Chris Eversley because of an ankle injury. Without him, there's probably not going to be any high-flying dunks, right? Well, actually, his replacement had a pretty nice throwdown. Joel Alwish goes up and gets it. At the end of the first half, Santa Barbara secures the rebound, but Dylan Royer steals the outlet and hits the 3 at the buzzer. Cal Poly up 29-21 at the half. Alan Williams brought the Gauchos back to within 3. He had 24 points and 17 rebounds. The Mustangs quickly pushed the lead back to 14 as Kyle Ottester got hot. UCSB came back to within 6, but Poly finished them off down the stretch. Royer made 7 of 16 three-pointers as the Mustangs were getting looks against that UCSB matchup zone defense. Mustangs win 67-49. The women played in Santa Barbara, and it was the road team jumping out to an early lead. Jonay Irvin sneaks in for the steal, 6 points, but 11 assists for Irvin. The Mustangs were bombing from the perimeter. Ariana Elagato made 4 from long range. Kayla Griffin made 3. As a team, Cal Poly was 8 of 17 from three-point land. Molly Schlemer, she put the Mustangs up 18-2. Later in the first half, Destiny Mason frees herself up with a screen, knocks down the jumper to pull the Gauchos to within 12, but Cal Poly kept the game comfortable. It was never in doubt as the Mustangs win 65-56. Schlemer was the high scorer. The Rigetti High grad had 18 points to go along with 13 rebounds. The Cal Poly baseball team grinded out a win in San Francisco. Mustang starter Matt Imhoff pitched 8 shutout innings. Cal Poly got him the win with a run in the 9th. The Mustangs now 2-0. UCSB won in Fresno. A junior college rivalry was renewed tonight as well. Cuesta playing at first place Hancock. The Bulldogs own the first half. Up ahead to Demetrius Thomas. He takes it easy on the rim there. Later, Thomas with the steal. He gets another one. 39 points for the freshman. Hancock was up 57-31 at the half. The Bulldogs were ahead by 27 with 16 minutes left. But then here comes the Cougars. Oscar Pedrosa hits a 3. Then it's Plamen Ristov, one of his 6 three-pointers. Cuesta pulled to within 3 in the final seconds. Kenny Robinson drives and sets up Ristov. The Bulgarian ties it with a second left. The Cougars controlled the game in overtime and iced it down the stretch with free throws. Cuesta comes back from 27 points down to shock first place Hancock. 105-103 the final. Same matchup on the women's side, only this time it's the Cougars who still have a shot at a Western State title. Courtney Chadwick with the steal in the open court. One of 30 turnovers by the Bulldogs. Aria Johnson was dominant inside. 12 points and 19 rebounds for the Morro Bay High grad. Atascadero's Alyssa Palma led the way with 16 as Cuesta wins 57-24. The Cougars will play for first place in the regular season finale next Saturday against Ventura. 6 area girls basketball teams tried to extend seasons tonight. San Luis Obispo hosted Ganesha in a second-round game of Division IIIA. 2 years removed from a 1-23 season, it's been an impressive turnaround for the Tigers. In the early going, a nice find. Morgan Liebscher, Jessica Judge on the other end of that assist. A game-high 17 for Judge. Leipzig gets in the passing lane to set herself up for an easy one on the other end. The magic carpet ride continues for the Tigers. They take it 55-31. Next up is the quarterfinals on Wednesday. The Morro Bay girls won on the road. The Pirates will host third-ranked Windward in the quarterfinals on Wednesday. And when I say third-ranked, I'm talking in the nation. Atascadero pulled out a road win. The Greyhounds will also be home in the quarters. St. Joe wins as well, so the Knights are one of 8 teams still alive in Division 4A. Valley Christian advances in 6A. The Caprio girls water polo team was trying to upset its way into the semifinals of the Division 5 playoffs. The Conquistadors playing second-seeded Riverside Pauley. Victoria Bray, the freshman, fires one to the back of the net. But for Cabrillo, there wasn't enough of that and too much of this. The Bears are loaded. They went on to win 21-6. In Division 3, Arroyo Grande came away with a huge win at Miracosta. Andrew, you're right about having most of the team back. The Mustangs only lost 6 of the major contributors from last season. Plenty of excitement and enthusiasm out there today for the first of 14 practices before the spring game on May 4th. Saga Tuatelli officially took over play calling duties after the departure of Brian Cook last week. He has a tight end at his disposal this year. After seeing what Sam Houston State was able to do with the tight end in last year's playoff game, Cal Poly decided to institute one in its system.
I mean, I think it's a work in progress, there's no doubt. I mean, it's just so new, and he has a lot to learn. I mean, just small things like people may not, he's to the right or the left. He's on the ball or off the ball as far as his alignment.
Defensively, Nick DeZubnar will move from outside to inside linebacker to replace Big Sky first-teamer Kenneth Jackson.
Defensively, I think we can be, easily one of the top defenses in the nation, and I hope that's what everyone's goal is. I think it's definitely what we can be.
With cornerback Bijan Samudi academically ineligible and a question mark for the fall, recent transfer Dominique Love adds needed depth to the position. Love transferred in from New Mexico State.
I can bring excitement, I can bring aggressiveness. I'm taller than most corners, so I have longer arms, so I love pressing. I can get up in receivers, play taller receivers. I'm athletic, I can jump.
Paso Robles alum Elias Stokes will have hip surgery and miss spring practice. The most contested position battle is at quarterback. With the addition of Air Force transfer Dano Graves, it is a 4-man competition.
We're all brothers out here, so, we know at the end that somebody's going to be picked. Only one quarterback could be on the field at a time, so, all we could do so far during practice is come out, make each other better.
It's going to be a good competition, but it doesn't matter, wherever you go, what level you're playing at, there's going to be competition. So we're going to make each other better on the field, off the field. We're all pretty close.
Graves is short. He's 5'9", but at this point, we've seen enough from other guys to know that you don't need height to be successful at the quarterback position, especially running the triple option. I would say that Graves is a front runner. He was the National High School Player of the Year and ran the triple option at Air Force. Coach Walsh says he hopes to make a decision on who will run his offense by the spring game next month. Ozzy Casada expected to build a career with his lightning-quick jab.
Started training in boxing when I was 7 years old to keep me out of trouble. 3 hours training every day, Monday through Friday, and was looking forward to go to the Olympics.
That dream was shattered by a drive-by shooter who put a bullet through Casada's head.
Walking home about 1 o'clock in the morning, and right when I got to a street corner, a car pulled in and turned their lights off, and all I heard was just gunfire.
Police never caught the shooter. Casada was in a coma for 3 months.
Got out of that coma, and they did 14 surgeries to see if they could get my eyesight back, and it was a negative.
He struggled to find a sense of purpose.
Angry and mad, and it was very confusing for me. I didn't understand the blindness. I thought it could be fixed. I didn't want nothing to do with nobody, and I stayed in my room for 2 years.
Casada gained a lot of weight. He ballooned to 290 pounds. That's when he decided to get back to the gym and become a boxer again.
That's what makes me, keeps me going in life. The dream of standing in front of a punching bag and doing my workouts, and it what keeps me going and going, because otherwise I'm pretty sure the depression will come in, and it's hard to get out of that.
Quesada quickly lost 70 pounds by training like he did before the shooting. Now 41 years old, he still works out 3 hours a day, 6 days a week.
Yeah, I take Sundays off and just try to catch up on my social life.
With his seeing eye dog Ivory looking on, Quesada does 45 minutes on the punching bag in addition to weight training and cardio work. There aren't any opponents, but Quesada lives the life of a boxer as he always expected to.
I always had that on inside of me, and inside my heart, where I could do anything I put my mind to.